nĩtũgũkorwo tũkĩheana the state of the JKA address ciehanda thaa inyanya ka na rĩu tũkĩnengereria the section of the JKA agĩtũnengererie ndũmĩrĩri handũ-inĩ ha kĩama ũrĩa maũndũ makoretwo mwaka ũyũ na ũrĩa tũreciria gũtirithia kĩama twaingĩra mwaka wa 2022.
Asante sana. Thank you, Honorable Board Chair of the JKA. Indeed, top cream management of the JKA, departmental heads, honorable members of the Honorable JKA, January Kweyomi Association. Indeed, this afternoon I am elated. It is 4 years since we started and embarked on a journey of the JKA. It is not unfathomable that we have had challenges in the journey of the JKA. This afternoon we shall not only celebrate the heroes and the heroines that put their thoughts together to commemorate and indeed constitute the JKA. They celebrated, and indeed we are happy that they have not only managed to stick around in the party, but indeed are still supportive. I'd like to mention indeed that a few members that I would mention today here that are modern day heroes of the JKA, like Engineer Tash. Need I celebrate foundational members like Togawa Mujuga. These are some of the people who fought for the liberation of our wonderful JKA. And indeed this afternoon I celebrate them and wish them well. The JKA proceeds on with its agenda. It has not been a walk in the park, fellow JKA members. Indeed, we have had turmoils. We have swum in oceans, and indeed also had squabbles in swamps. We are, however, grateful that through the tribulations, indeed the difficulties that we have been facing, we have not only managed to overcome each and every one of them, but indeed are ready for any other challenges that might come moving forward. This afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable members of the JKA Board Chair, I am proud to be the secretary of the JKA, and I pride myself in leading not only a visionary, but indeed a foundational organization like the JKA. Indeed, honorable members, we are living in modern day tribulations and challenges of time, given the modern COVID pandemic, that indeed became a challenge that we have overcome, and it is still in the process of overcoming. We are grateful for members who exercised resilience and they took preventive measures in the fight against the pandemic. Our foundation is a dream as envisaged in even our fight for independence, that we should be together and forge only forwards. As your section, I have to say that looking around, I am proud of each and every one of you and your contributions are developing and indeed growing our visionary JKA. Indeed, members have grown socially, religiously, economically, and indeed have forged forward and have achieved greatness. This afternoon, I wish to recognize the efforts of members who have been resilient and indeed be committed to the party and its activities. Indeed, I single out the recent tournament we held at Naivasha, which was facilitated and fully financed by the JKA, where Team Naivasha, Team Thika and Team Nairobi indeed put their best foot forward in the football tournament. It is in the prospect of the JKA to organize such future events and indeed even go abroad and regional, if not international and intercontinental. Ladies and gentlemen, the JKA embraces inclusivity and indeed democracy. In this phase and light, honorable JKA members, we are in a 6-year project a 6-year project that shall see us transform and move from appointive to elective positions of the JKA. Within 6 years, honorable members, we shall sit and have bilateral talks with the legal framework of our JKA and constitutional experts, such that within 10 or 9 years, anybody, any member in the JKA will be able to vie for an elective post, be it that of board chair, secgen, or different elective posts in the JKA. This again, honorable members, is to foster inclusivity, democracy, and actual representation. Until 2029, the officers that are in the JKA still will continue enjoying the security of tenure. Honorable JKA members, indeed times are hard. But amidst the tribulations and strives, we have to keep our head up. And indeed not only look to the future, but indeed plan for it. Forge forwards and look towards our destiny, which has always been greatness. In this light, the JKA shall facilitate, within a period of not less than 7 years, formulate a policy where we shall be affording JKA members a daily stipend of Kenya shillings 230 per day. This project is set to commence in 2030. By 2030, honorable members, JKA honorable board chair, indeed, each and every member shall enjoy 250 shillings as a daily stipend. To enable life become more bearable and indeed make every member take pride being a JKA member. We have also noted political temperatures are soaring in the JKA. I wish to remind the people of the vision of January Kwaiomia Association is indeed Kwaiomia. Fellow JKA members, this is not the time to exercise politics, but indeed the time to come together and have political tolerance and indeed political sanity. This will not only be able to help us forge forwards, but indeed maintain our cohesive forces, which are the driving forces and core foundations of the JKA. Honorable members, I also wish to reiterate that allegations of impropriety in the JKA are neither here nor there. Indeed, our account books are open for your perusal. Indeed, our head of accounts, indeed our auditors, headed by John Miano, will be able to send emails to every single member to be able to peruse our budgetary allocations, indeed our expenditure, not only for the year ending 2021, but indeed since the inception of the JKA from 4 years ago. Fellow JKA members, I wish to reiterate that we are not going to make any administrative changes in the JKA. All members who hold their respective positions shall continue to hold so until such a time when we constitute a constitutional team to indeed amend our constitution to allow for elections under our democratic space. Honorable members, as we break for Christmas, I would wish to announce that there are some budgetary allocations that have been approved by the JKA. This includes bilateral talks that the JKA has rolled out in the year 2020. MP, governor, senator, and not presidential. We have to live with the reality that indeed our foundation has not yet produced anybody who is within the threshold of a presidential candidate. Attempting so would see us lose resources, and it did put the JKA to abhorrent shame. So those asking the JKA to sponsor them to vie for presidential, indeed, those requests are hereby turned down. The JKA shall not sponsor candidates financially, but indeed those candidates who wish to ride on the goodwill of the JKA are allowed to do so procedurally, and we shall stand with them through prayers. As I end my address this afternoon, Honorable JKA members, I wish to remind you of our calling as members of a cohesive and visionary force of the JKA, that indeed our calling is to be great. Need I remind you that indeed it is through powers of many that we forge forward. Let us exercise resilience. Let us put hard work in whatever we do. Indeed, when we do that, we shall all be successful. The JKA has indeed allocated a budget of Kenya shillings 338,000 is being allowances for JKA top members. JKA shall slaughter indeed and 1 cow and 6 chicken during the Christmas festivities. And indeed we are asking members of the JKA who will have time to also do so in the comfort of their homes. Honorable JKA members, Christmas is a time of sharing, and indeed looking forward with the hopes of the new year 2022. As the section indeed and the board chair, the administration of the JKA, we not only wish you a prosperous and lovely Christmas, but indeed a wonderful 2022, and look forward to making steps in the year as a JKA. Indeed, Mungu awabariki sana. God bless you. God bless Kenya. God bless the JKA. Asante sana. Asante sana. And I wish again to thank my brother here, Honorable Gathaiya Dennis, the board chair, who since we came together, we have seen milestones of growth in the JKA. Since we shook hands 4 years ago and joined on Kwegangara, we are grateful that indeed we have forged forward. Watu wanataka uwasalimie kidogo, sijui salimia watu kidogo, anasema uwasalimie, ongea. God bless you. Asanteni sana. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from the JKA. Iko wema.